So when do you stop? When do you stop keto? When do you stop low carb, high fat? When do you stop losing weight? When do you stop? Um, well, it depends on your like the answers to those questions, of course. When do you stop losing weight? Well, essentially, when you stop losing weight, you hit what's called a set point. I'm back now where I was 20 years ago after a different diet I used, but I think I was more insulin sensitive then. When do you stop keto or low carb, high fat? Um, you don't, because if you eat like you ate, you're going to be where you were. Okay, the body works in one way. Now you have to find which way that is for you. Obviously, all humans are completely, utterly, infinitely independent genetically in how their bodies work, but we do understand principles. In other words, I can have a Dodge 350 motor, and I can also have a little Hyundai four banger. Um, but the principles work the same. It's just each engine has its own idiosyncrasies, shall we say. So the minute you stop keto, or if you're low carb, high fat, the your body's going to return to its what we call homeostasis. So um, what you did when you were really heavy is you said, you know what, I'm going to change my diet, low carb, high fat, and then all of a sudden your body adjusted to the new scenario. If you go back to eating the way you were, um, it won't be long before your body tries to get back to where it wants to get to. It's called its little set point. It's homeostasis, which means it's kind of where it belongs. Um, so stopping. Look, by now, if you've been doing keto or you've been weaned off of all refined foods, which essentially is really what I am. I'm just weaned off of refined foods, and I just don't eat starchy vegetables. I never really liked them. You know, believe it or not, I'm one of those weird kids that just never liked mashed potatoes even. I just wanted to eat the meat, and they kept saying, no, you have to eat your fruits and vegetables. Well, it turns out that's hogwash, at least for my genetic structure, at least for my specific body. I'm happy, you know, cranking down on a chunk of meat. I love avocados. I really like salads. I like a little bit of carrots, and I enjoy nopales or cactus leaves. All right, with those little bit of carbohydrates, I'm perfectly nutrient happy. My body's not giving me any trouble at all. Like I said, I just it's something for me. Having seen my left leg swelling for seems like forever. I mean, the right leg would swell, but the left leg seemed to be more pronounced. And it's just something to me to know that when I wake up in the morning and my ankles are deliciously thin, and after all day on my feet, walking around, doing what I do, I just do what I do, um, they're equally thin. Wow. So I've been OMADing for quite a while, just one meal a day. I really don't even feel like eating Sanas anymore. That's that meal that we near to the evening sleeping period. Um, and since the hour is going to push forward here at the end of this week for us, um, I'll wind up eating my big meal about 1 o'clock on the sun. And then by the time I eat my second meal, obviously it's a little too close for me to bedtime. So I like to try to eat maybe 2 to 3 hours at least before I go to bed. I just feel better that way. And I like to, I'll wind up eating the meal here at 2 o'clock local, which will be about 1 o'clock as the sun flies. So I do have a clock set to the actual sun time, so I look at that clock constantly for my circadian rhythm. And if you kind of focus on that clock, you have another clock for scheduling and stuff. That's fine. People come at whatever that clock says on the wall over here, but my other little white clock that I have set to the sun. I actually just follow that one. So it's kind of neat. So I guess at the end here, stop. When do I get to stop? When do I get to essentially eat like a slob again? Eat whenever I want, however I want. Well, I guess you can do it whenever you want, however you want. But is that necessarily healthy? Is that good for you? Only you can tell. Do you want to test it? I mean, do you really want to go there again? It's like, I don't. People keep saying, when are you going to eat food again? I'm like, dudes, I eat food. I eat lots of food. I mean, I pack it away. I still eat more than my entire family, probably combined. I just don't prefer fruits and most vegetables. And it's like, live and let live, man. But they're catching on. They're kind of figuring out. You know how a lot of people need a support group. Just last little thing I'm going to say here, and you know, they're like, oh, the support group helped me, and I stayed on, and blah blah blah. Man, not only did I not have a support group, I had an antagonist group. Okay, because everyone's like, what is he doing now? I have an iron will. Okay, simply because I said it, I chose to add it to my code. I simply follow it. I follow, and I'm honest with myself. And if that's not good enough for folks, that's not good enough for folks. Good enough for me. Super happy about it. So, don't stop. If it's working, why not keep doing it? You know, again, I'm just reminded of this closing phrase here that says, if you keep doing what you're always doing, you're going to keep getting what you always got. And I got this, you got this, you can do this. All right? Hit me below in the comments, questions if you have any, and we'll talk soon. Bye.